Hello, this is Bravo Sport and welcome to Bravo Sport Weekend Roundup for March Week 10. Arsenal suffered another defeat against Newcastle. 2 defeats in the season, which actually tipping them away from the title race. Manchester United vs Chelsea 1-1 at the end. Liverpool topping the league at the moment. Arsenal's having an unbelievable start. Manchester City shock defeat against Bournemouth, but this was expected. I didn't expect Bournemouth to win, but I predicted that Manchester City will drop point, especially the way they have been playing in recent times. What about that for Tottenham? 1-0 down to 4-1 victory against Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest with a very, very important win against West Ham, which is now putting them into top 10. And many more. Before we go deep into this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, as you watch this video, don't leave without clicking that subscription button. Thank you so much. Now, where should we start from? Okay, let us start with that Newcastle versus Arsenal. What a poor game. What a poor performance by Arsenal. I tell you, it was one of the worst games I've seen in many years. 90 minutes, one shot on target. Add 90 minutes to that game, 180 minutes in that game. Arsenal will still not score in that game because we lacked everything. I think what we saw that day cannot be attributed to one player, that we are missing Odegaard. No. That was a structural problem. That was a structural problem, because you see, if Odegaard is missing, just one player, you just put anybody there who can play. But the way we played that game, I think we were very passive, we were very flat, we were very terrible. And a performance like that against Chelsea will get one of the heaviest defeats we've never had in this English Premier League. I hope Arteta can actually address this before our next game against Chelsea. And I tell you, that game against Chelsea is a must win. Anything apart from a win in that game will put Arsenal technically out of the title race. We'll be technically 10 points away from number 1, 8 points from Manchester City. I tell you, it will be a miracle for us to cover those distance, to actually catch up with these people. So we are still in this title race, so we still need to get our winning run. I saw somewhere Gary Neville actually still tipping Arsenal to win Premier League. He's saying that for a title winning team, they normally have these slips, and it is advantage to Arsenal that they've gotten this slip early in the season. So maybe not. Let's hope that we can actually get our performances back. I think this was coming. Against Leicester, we were very poor. We were lucky to get a win. Against Soton, we went 1-0 down. We were lucky to get 3 points. Against Shakhtar Donetsk, we were very passive. We got 1-0 win. And now I tell you, against Bournemouth, we were not lucky, though it was a red card. And against Liverpool, we surrendered our 2 leads. Actually got a draw at the end. On Saturday, against Newcastle, it was not just the defeat, but the way we performed. It was very poor, and we cannot afford to do that. Hopefully, Arsenal will be back during our next match. Manchester United vs Chelsea, that was a very boring game. I can say it's the most boring game in this season. I tell you this one why. I predicted a high-scoring game because I felt that both teams did not have that much pressure going into this game, so they will be very free to play. But the way they started, I think they measured their movement with many quality players in that team. I think they had a lot of mistakes. So 1-1 at the end was a very fair result. I think both teams will be happy with that draw. Of course, Manchester United will have won it at the end because they had many chances. But generally, if you look at how even Chelsea dominated the midfield, I think 1-1 should be a fair result. Liverpool versus Brighton, they had to come from 1-0 down to get 2-1 victory against Brighton. I tell you, this onslaught, I think he has had an unbelievable start. And going the way they are going, I think they are actually showing the sign of a champion. Because anytime you expect them to win, or rather to lose, they win. People say that they are not played anybody. So far they have played Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United and Brighton. because they've got a positive result in those both games. So I think it's high time we guys need to actually put Liverpool, or rather recognize this Liverpool team as a serious team, a potential champion. So this is my disclaimer, and this is how it goes. If Liverpool, I know the next game for Liverpool is Aston Villa. They are going to Villa Park. Aston Villa has been having a poor run of form. They are winless in 3 games. They drew against Bournemouth, went out from Carabao Cup at the midweek. Then they suffered that huge defeat against Tottenham, though they were 1-0 up. Now they are hosting Liverpool. I tell you, if Liverpool go to Villa Park and get 3 points away from home at Villa Park, I tell you, I'll start saying that this Liverpool team is favorite for the title. They will be favorite for the title. I tell you, if they go there and get 3 points away from home at Villa Park, I tell you, it will be very, very hard to catch up with Liverpool. It will take something huge, something like injuries to key players like Salah, like maybe Van Dijk and many other things. Because even now they don't have Jota, they don't have Alisson, and they're still performing the way they're performing. So going to Villa Park and get 3 points, I think it will be a statement win. And going with the way they are going, I think it will be very hard for any team to stop them. So I still expect Liverpool to drop points against Aston Villa, and that is my marker. What about Manchester City against Bournemouth? They suffered a shock defeat. For me, it was not a shock. The only shocking thing about that game was that they lost that game. But I expected Manchester City to drop point against Bournemouth. I think they've been lucky. I think it was coming. Against Fulham, against Wolves, Manchester City had not been playing that well. They've lacked. I think they also have many injuries to key players, and I expected them to drop point against Bournemouth. And actually, they got that first defeat. That actually taking Arsenal 49 games unbeaten to yet another season. So I'm happy. That's the only positive from that weekend. Nottingham Forest, what a win against West Ham, and now they are in top 10. I tell you, I think they were really cruising. And Tottenham, that second half performance by Tottenham was the best for any team would want in a very, very, very long time. I think having gone 1-0 down, they didn't panic. They kept on playing the way they were told, and actually they got those 3 goals, which are very, very important. And at the end of it, they got 4 points. I think they got 3 points, but those 3 points came with some damages that they suffered some injuries to Mayo, I think Richardson as well, and many other things. So it's a wait and see. Going to next weekend, many games coming up, and expect Arsenal to get their winning run back, Manchester City to bounce back. I expect Liverpool actually to prove that they can actually go all the way, and many other surprises. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.